everybody. Hi, it's Becky from powertoolswiththread.com. I wanted to make a quick video to show you how to move embroidery designs from a CD you might have and get them onto your new laptop. I had a viewer write me an email. She was very frustrated. I could literally hear it in her words. She was just so frustrated not being able to get these files to move from a CD over to her laptop. So I thought I would take a minute and show you how I do it. So just like in your dresser where you need a place in a drawer for your laundry to go once it comes out of the washing machine, you also need a place for the files to go once you move them from an embroidery CD onto your laptop. So kind of keep that in mind. Whenever you're going to be moving files around, you always want to create a home for them so they have somewhere to go. Computers are really funny about how they do their file structures, and they like to have things in exact order so that when you want to find them again, they can just reach over and grab them and pull them up for you. So that's a really important step, to create a home for where the files are going to go and then move the files from the CD to their new home. So this is an Anita Good Design CD that I have. I don't think I've ever used it, so I'll take it out for the first time. And I'm going to move these files and copy them from the CD onto my laptop. Now, most laptops today do not come with a CD drive. Some still do have them, and you kind of have to look around on the side for a little button somewhere that you can press, and then the little tray will open up. But most of them today do not have them. They just are kind of getting obsolete. But those of us that have tons of embroidery CDs still need to be able to access those. And so one of the things that you can get, they're fairly inexpensive. I have them in my Amazon store. You can go to amazon.com/shop/powertoolswiththread. I'll put it right here across the bottom. And I have a section called Tech. And if you go there into that tech section, I have several options you can use at different price points. And if you don't want to shop on Amazon, that's fine, but you can at least look at it and see what I trust to put on my home network. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I am a retired cybersecurity analyst for the Department of Defense. I used to work for the Air Force for 37 years. So what you will need to do is look at your laptop and see if you have a CD drive. This also applies to a desktop. If you have a desktop, there are those big box tower looking things that might be down on the ground, or it might be sitting on your desk. Those usually have CD trays in them, but laptops nowadays don't. So you'll want to get an external one. This one is from Dell. I have it in my Amazon store, and I have it plugged into this dongle looking thing. My new laptop only came with one USB slot. So that's not going to work for me because I have my little bitty dongle that I use for my wireless keyboard and my wireless mouse. And then I also needed a spot for an adapter so I can get my video files onto my laptop when I make these videos. And then also I might need to plug in my external CD drive. So on the external, once you get it plugged into your laptop, then it should have a button on it, and you just press it and it ought to pop open just like that. And then we're going to take the CD out of the case, and sometimes if you press the middle you can kind of get it out easier. There might be a finger slot there, and you want to put the CD in with the picture up. Okay, so you're looking at the picture. I'm sitting on a cord here. It's always something, isn't it? And I'm just going to pop this on, there we go, onto the thing, and I'm just going to press the door closed. and you might hear it start to whine and make a little noise, and that means we are ready to see what's going on. You are just going to want to copy, don't cut. We're going to copy the designs that are on the CD, and then we're going to paste them into their new home on your laptop. So I'm going to jump off this camera and jump over onto the computer, and let's do this together, okay? Okay, so I am on a Windows machine. I am using Windows 11, and if you have Windows 10, it ought to function just about the same, but things might be just a tiny bit different, but you should be able to do it on Windows 10 based on how I'm doing it on Windows 11. So remember where I said you need to have a place for the files to go. Down here at the bottom of the screen, there's a little yellow folder. That's your File Explorer, and we want to open that. So I'm going to click it once, and up opens all of my file structures. Now, I have quick access visible right here, and if you don't see quick access, you're going to want to come over to your view menu and scroll down to show, and make sure there's a check where it says navigation pane. If I uncheck this, see, that went away. That doesn't do me any good. That's not very handy to me. It's just easier for me if I can see the quick access. So I'm going to go back to view and show and check navigation pane, and there it is. In my documents folder, I file my designs like a card catalog by subject. I have a folder just for embroidery, and in order to make it easy for me to access embroidery quickly, you can grab the embroidery folder and just pull it over, and you see where the line is? That's where it's going to go in your quick access. It makes it really easy. I'll put it right here below documents, and there it is right there. So the next time I need to get to my embroidery designs pretty quickly, I can just click that and it will jump me right into the embroidery. So I have a folder already for Anita Good Design. So I'm going to, now if you don't have a folder for what you need, you can come up here in the top and you can see the word new. You can click on that and choose folder. Or if you don't see that option, I'll click off of it, you can click anywhere over in like a white margin and right click, and there's new right there and folder. Okay, so then you just click that, make a new folder, and then you can name it. So I'll call it new folder test, okay, and hit enter. And now I have that new folder. If you make a mistake and you don't want that folder, just make sure it's highlighted and right click, and you want to hit the trash can. Don't hit the scissors, that's cut, meaning you're putting it on an invisible clipboard to be pasted later. We don't want to do that. We want to hit the trash can and delete it and make it go away. Are you sure? Yes. And there, now it's gone. So now I want to go back to my Anita Good Design folder because I am going to copy the files from that CD. So let's open up Anita Good Design. All right. And I want to now, this is called the Chameleon. This is the name. So I am going to go up here to new and folder, and I'm going to call it the Chameleon. I got to spell it right. And press enter, and then I'm going to double click that. And I've got a little set of arrows here. It's backing itself up on the cloud, so it kind of takes a minute, but that's okay. Let me double click it to open it. See, I'm saved in the cloud. See that little cloud right there? Everything backs up. Okay, so it says the folder is empty, but now we have a place to put the designs. So I'm going to come back over here to my quick access panel and scroll down, and now I want to find the DVD drive. There it is right there. So I'm going to right click on the DVD drive, and I want to go open in a new window right here. So I'm going to do that. Now, there we go. Here we've got the catalog. I don't know what's in that. That looks like a pretty big file, that 155K. I don't want that. I don't think I need that. So I'm going to, you can either hit the go back arrow, or you can click up here. This is like a little breadcrumb trail. Think of Hansel and Gretel. I'm going to go back one. Here is the design files. Okay. Now I only need the PES because I have a Brother embroidery machine. I don't need all those other ones. So I'm going to highlight PES and I'm going to right click, and right there, that is the new icon for copy. I want to copy. And remember, we opened this in a new window. So here is the Anita Good design with the chameleon. So I'm going to click on that window and right click and paste. There's my PES design files. Look how quick that was. I'm going to come back down here to the other window and I'm going to go back, and I want the tutorial. Right click, copy, and put it in the new window and right click and paste. Okay, now it's going to take a minute and copy that tutorial. It's probably pretty big because it's got a lot of pictures and whatnot, but that way if I come back down here, I can hear my little CD drive humming along, doing its thing. What I've done is I've made sure that the files here on the CD are intact. That way I don't have to worry if something happens to the computer. I still have these available on the original CD, and I don't need to do anything with them anymore. But I don't want to close this out just yet because it is still copying over from here. So we're getting there. We're 47% complete. Okay, so that's it. We are all done. This is here, and it is in the new Anita Good Design Chameleon folder. So I have the tutorial and I have my design files. Let me open those up. Yep, there we go. There they all are. Okay. Now that I have all of the files onto my laptop, I have put another USB drive into my dongle on my computer so that I can use that USB drive to take it over to my embroidery machine. So I need to find that. Let's see. I'm going to close this on this PC. We have USB drive E. That is the update for my Luminaire. I don't need that anymore. I'm going to actually highlight that and hit delete because I don't want to put that into my machine since it already has the update. But what I do want is to take those embroidery files and get them over there to my embroidery machine. So I'm going to go to my embroidery folder in quick access. I'm going to go to my Anita Good Design and the chameleon and the PES files. There they all are. All right, so I am going to highlight the first one by clicking it one time. I'm going to hold down the shift key and highlight the last one. And what that does is that selects the first one, the last one, and everything in between it. And then all I have to do is grab one of them by clicking one time and holding down the mouse key and dragging it down to, where'd you go, USB? See, it jumped around. I was too slow. I'm going to grab it and drag it down to USB and let go. Yep, there they all are. So that's it. Okay, so now I still have them in the Anita Good Design Chameleon PES folder because they copied, they did not cut, and they copied over to the USB, and now I can safely remove the USB and take it over to the embroidery machine. You can right click on the drive itself and you can click eject, and as soon as it's all done blinking or as soon as it goes away, you are ready to go ahead and take it over to your embroidery machine. Okay, that's it. I hope this was helpful. It's really pretty simple once you get the hang of understanding how the computer thinks that it needs a place to put the files, and then it wants to have them organized so it can find them for you when you need them. So that's it. All right, I hope this was helpful. Please give me a thumbs up and we will talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. Bye.